Hello everyone, this is Sim Gaming Tiger, welcoming you to episode 3 of our journey. We are in London, getting ready to head over to the inn. But before we do that, let's promote an aid, shall we? Actually, let's collect this too. I gotta look at my aids to see what effect would probably benefit me most. That's actually a good one, I think. You know, if we once we get her to level 50. So expert overcharger, increase artillery evasion when hit, okay. And then this guy has Joey trade boost. Even though that's trade, even though he's an adventurer and that's a trade skill, that would be a good skill to have. And it does fit in line with him him being Jacques Cartier. You know the you know the famous watch company. Okay, so let's see here. Cameron promoted. Okay. So really, probably not Paula because she can't learn anything new right now. There we go. So let's see here. And this one, he would give us like an observation loop. You know, when we do an observation, at landing, would get a 1% increase in, loot, which probably isn't as useful, honestly, as this, even though it's a mismatch. It would be a, you know, uh, you know, trade skill on an adventure player, but I do like the jewelry trading skill because jewelry is or gemstones are obviously going to be a more expensive item. But let's see here. We don't have the training tools for that. Let's see where I can get those. Ooh, can I get them? I don't think I can get enough here in London. Let me go look at the black market. And just because they're listed here in the black market doesn't mean that they're necessarily available. The black market kind of has rotating stock. Let's see here. Let's go back to our mate. Oh, oh, there's more that are available. Okay, Jacques Cartier, promote. Oh, I can promote him again. Alright, so I think we've done some stuff here. Some good things here. So let's go back to our mates. And it was Cartier here. Nope, can't generate that effect just yet. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. Alright. Alright. Now, let's get back to the business at hand. And I'm glad I did that round trip off camera. Y'all shouldn't be punished and have to watch additional sailing just because I goofed up. I did sell glass beads in Alexandria, so I hope I didn't mess something up. But at least Amsterdam is just right there if I have to. Of course. So I'll probably have to come back to London too, would be my guess. Oh, hold on. Let's sell everything first. There we go. But this one, Amsterdam's so close, it's not worth, just sailing that off camera. God, did I really do that? Of course. I'm Sim Gaming Tiger. That's what I do. I make mistakes like that. Silly mistakes, but mistakes nonetheless. That one always trips me up every time I do this scenario too. Because normally, when you have to possess a certain amount of goods, normally you can sell them at the next port. With the Ernst story, you have to carry them with you to several ports in a lot of cases. Fortunately, we don't even have to go all the way to Amsterdam. We can just go to Helder, which is a little bit closer. I mean, it's not much closer, but it's, marginally closer. And Helder, if I'm not mistaken, actually means Hell's door, the door to Hell. I don't know the history behind that name, but that's actually, I believe, what I've read is actually the Dutch translation, which is an interesting name for a city. But then, we have interesting cities here in the U.S. as well. There's a Hell, Michigan. Just crossing the channel, we made a 650 or 625,000 ducat profit. Nope, nope. Oh my god. We gotta go back to Alexandria. Oh my god, this is killing me. No, this is only a 10-minute video so far, so I will have you watch this. That's why I said this Ernst Chronicle is just wild sometimes. Because You think you're done, and then, oh, the item you just sold, you actually still need it. So no, I'm gonna try not to sell glass beads in Alexandria. I'm gonna try to remember not to do that. And again, this is always where I get stuck when I do this particular chronicle. Like I played this chronicle literally like probably 8 or 10 times, and I'm still getting stuck on this particular step. Well, I mean, if nothing else, it's helping us gain sailing experience and ship understanding. I'm gonna see while we're sailing. I'm gonna look and see what ship understanding does in UW Origin. So apparently these ships, and I don't know why I haven't been getting understanding on these ships, but it looks like I've been getting good understanding on these ships. Which the more you sail them, sometimes you can get improved performance or maybe reduce some of your ice breaking requirements or get better ice breaking and seaworthiness type, attributes. God, I can't believe I did that again. Do not sell glass beads. And again, like I said, it's really hard to remember this, even though I've done this chronicle multiple times. I mean, we could have saved so much sailing. Oh, cool. We actually got 7 blue gems out of that. And unlike like the food and the, stranded sailors, once you pass a treasure box like that at sea, and you get out of its range, it disappears. The others generally stay up, but those disappear, so you've got to really, as soon as you see it, click it. And yes, at some point we are going to have to max out the crew. I know we've got 194,000 battle power, but we will need to, improve the crew. And by improve the crew, I mean hire more crew. Which means what we'll probably have to do is like hire crew, like for when we know we've got to go into battle, and dismiss crew when we know we've got to do a lot of trade and sailing. Which I'll admit, on my Ali account on my phone, I haven't been doing a good job of that. Once I loaded up my crew, I stayed loaded. And that just absolutely kills your sailing time. Your available time to sail. And what did I forget again? Make that bank deposit. Deposit those gems into the bank. Yeah, I'm playing the game really nicely today, aren't I? This is supposed to show you how to play the game, but it's showing you instead how not to play the game. And the only reason I'm making you watch this round trip is because otherwise the video would have been less than 10 minutes long. And for a video to be really worth it to post, it needs to be at minimum 30 minutes long, and then it can go up from there. Like last night we were at 3.5 hours. This morning we were at, just under 40 minutes. Don't sell the glass beads. Alright, let's take a peek here. And let's try not to mess this up. Let's go to the inn. I just want to check and see the age here, the mates. Okay, yeah, nobody that I'm particularly interested in. That was another thing with the Ali character. I got a little bit aggressive with hiring mates. Now, they don't really cost money in this game. Alright, let's see. That's what I should have looked for. That. because that will tell you that it's a required item. And I forgot that that actually still highlights, so I should have seen that. All right, we're gonna pop another 20 million into the bank. Yes, sir. We'll have to wait till we get back to like Amsterdam to do that. We got a cool 162 million in the bank though. See, and I should have been looking at that too. Okay, yeah, I know what's gonna happen here. Yeah, I know what's gonna happen here. Fortunately, we have to go to the harbor with these materials. And I might keep that tourmaline orbital on me because there might be another, I don't know if it's in this chronicle or another chronicle, but there might be another chronicle where we need this tourmaline orbital or these set of earrings. Yeah, that's probably also what I should have done here was check this out in the chronicles, and it would have probably laid everything out for me what I need to do. So this all counts as like one step, but you see that there's different steps that have to be done. And then, of course, I made the work a lot more difficult for us than it needed to be. We're just under a third of the way through this chronicle. Again, would have been probably further along had I have not messed around and sold things I ought not sell and all that. Then I believe Paula gets to rejoin the fleet. Again, the game took that out. It used to be that the game would force you to like align your fleet with the chronicle conditions. For whatever reason, they decided to take that out. But I still like to try to enforce that uh, because it just makes the game feel more realistic. I am going to stop and make this discovery real quick. The Beni Hammad fort. What's funny is he's supposed to be an adventurer, but his adventure fame is like way, way low compared to, his trade fame. But again, the Dutch were at this time also known as a very mercantile, trade-oriented nation. They were also known as the Venice of the North because of all their canals. And the interesting thing is both nations were mercantile, were very commerce-oriented, but in different ways. The Dutch, the Netherlands, was more like about craftsmanship, whereas Venice, the Venetians, were more about brokerage. They would take goods from the east, from the Ottoman merchants and points further east, mark up the prices, and then sell them to the west, and then vice versa. Take stuff from the west, mark it up, sell it to the Ottoman merchants and other eastern merchants, at a great profit. And they would make themselves a tidy little profit doing that. Venice also, and not really in conjunction with, but kind of along the same lines of the Knights Templar, helped develop banking as we know it today. The Knights Templar, what would happen is when a pilgrim would leave like France or England and go on pilgrimage, they would deposit money at a Templar house. They would get a certificate, and then when they got to Jerusalem, they would present that certificate to get their money, so that they wouldn't have to carry that money on the route to, possibly be, attacked or assailed by bandits. Well, Venice did kind of a similar thing in terms of, holding people's money and like paying them interest and whatnot. We are probably going to start. Oh, let me grab it. Got it. I've seen sometimes where you get like 50 gems out of those. But yeah, usually it's like 1 to 7. I need to look and see on our fleet. It might be time to think about upgrading our ship capabilities. So we're fine on the seaworthiness front for the most part, for what we would likely be doing. I would like to get my seaworthiness up to like 150 or 160. And I have ways of doing that. I have parts that will help us with that. I also will need to get ice breaking and momentum up too. I don't know if we've made. I know we've discovered Benny Hamad Fort. But I don't know if we've made any other real discoveries. Let's see here. No, we have really only discovered Benny Hamad, so it's not really worth talking to Mercator. You know, for one or two discoveries, but like for like 5 or 10, it might be worth it, but one or two probably not. And that's also where not where you make your money. You make your money, reporting, cartography. Oh, and I gotta do this real quick. Remember, we have that. This will be another discovery too. So I have to connect the dots. And I found Sagitta. Or I believe that has something to do with Sagittarius. So let's go to the harbor, shall we? So I think I can get rid of everything else now. I'm gonna croak, though, if he tells me he needs perfume for something. I mean, we're gonna be at his estate anyway, so we probably need to just go ahead and report what we've done. I mean, we might as well. I mean, we're right there. But I'm absolutely going to croak if he tells me he needs perfume. I apologize. My glasses, for some reason, aren't sitting on my face just right today. I don't know why. So Willem Hein. Yeah, let's just go ahead and report these. We're right here. So now we need to move to the end here. I will go ahead and pick her up. We've got quite a bit more gems. I know that I declined picking her up previously, but we do have more gems now. And just in case we need to have a certain number of biologists for whatever reason to find like a particular type of animal. Then let me go here and see mate. Where is she? Oh, that's perfect. And now we can bring Paula back into the fleet. We're just over 200,000 power. There we go. But I don't know how accurate that is because we don't have a full crew. So I don't know, like, if we get more crew, if that's going to go up, is what I'm getting at. So, yeah, Willem Hein is apparently not well liked by the Dutch. And he was a Dutch, what was it, general or something like that? Have I even been to Groningen yet? I don't know that I have, but I think it's one of the ports that, yeah, it's one of the ports that they've given to us. Like, you get, like, a few free ports at the beginning of the game, like that you've already considered discovered, but you don't have to actually discover them. And I want to check our chronicles, see. Okay, so each one of these is actually counting as a step, so that's nice. So it seems. Where do I have to go? I have to go to the end. There we go. Yeah, this Willem Hein. Yeah, people don't like him, do they? I mean, he must have done something special to anger all these people. I wouldn't want to be Willem Hein when these people get a hold of him. And yes, I know I should probably do these, but I always, when I can work on the Chronicle, I do like to work on that first. And then if I'm at a stopping point, then maybe do some other things. So I mean, you heard them talking about going to the East Indies. So yeah, Ernst probably has to travel the furthest. Joel the second furthest. Uh, Ali really only ever has to travel to the Middle East at any point. Otto and Catalina literally only go as well. Catalina has to go to Africa as well. Ernst really only has to go to South America, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, not Ernst, Otto. So Otto, South America, Ernst all the way to China, Joel to Japan, or Japango in game, Ali, Arabian Peninsula, and Catalina, East Africa. We get to take care of a pirate fleet. I mean, that's not bad, just crossing the English Channel and making 800,000 ducat profit just doing that. That's not bad at all. I'm just going to depart now and not restock because, I mean, we have plenty of food right now. And I just got to defeat a pirate. And it can be this baby pirate right here. It is going to be interesting to see, though, since we don't have a full crew, how this is really going to pan out for us. Because you see, our screens are flashing because it was telling us that we, have really insufficient crew. And now you saw that the screen stopped flashing, like we don't have that you know, that bloody edge on the screen. There we go. There we go. Wow. So here's what I think we're going to have to do, though. We might even do this now. Well, I didn't buy anything in London thinking that yeah, no, we didn't lose anybody. Okay. So we can kind of keep in the same vein right now, but we'll just go to Dover, discover Dover real quick. I didn't pick up anything in London because a lot of times after you have to go defeat a pirate, you go back to that original port to report. So we should be to 65 or 66 on progression now, so I am going to check that. 66, yep, okay, so every little step right now is counting. Again, that doesn't always work that way. Cool. So we are getting ready to discover Cologne. Cologne, Germany. Or Köln, K-O-L-N. Yeah, if you're actually in Germany. And then what we're going to do here, we're just going to multi-roll and skip the animation. There we go. Oh, okay. So now here's the deal. Now we need to look for art traders, art dealers, to be able to produce that. And that makes lots of money. Lots and lots of money. I'll take the steel, even though it's, not going to do any good for us there in Dover, but we have enough cargo space that we can hold on to it. And Cologne is a newer port. It's only been added within like the last 6 months, I believe. Did I not buy all that? Why do I have that much? Yeah, I do have that much sailing time. I keep forgetting to go to the bank to make my daily deposit. Okay, good. I can do it here. And I guess it only costs 12 today. 12, probably because it's not as much of a uh, deposit that I get. But as you level up, it'll get more and more expensive, but you'll get more and more money. And again, since we're going to be at Mercatus, we're going to go ahead and just report the last two ports we discovered. Just because, I mean, we're going to be there anyway. Normally I wouldn't go out of my way, but I mean, if we're already going to be in his house or in Amsterdam, we might as well just go ahead and report. So I want to show you something. This admiral right here, I've actually got a second admiral. He doesn't have a chronicle though, but he is one that, like, when we're done with the uh Ernst story, we can play with him until we get ready to get another admiral. Like, if I finish the Ernst story like in the next couple of days, which I probably won't, but I started this last night or yesterday, so this is my second day. But if I don't get the 7th-day attendance first, then I will use him, and like we'll level up our battle. So now, okay, achieve total days at sea. Okay, so this is kind of a cool one. Okay, we can actually take a quest now. And hopefully it's actually a quest that will take some time, but not take us too far away from Europe. Hmm. I'll probably do this one, Seville. Yeah, there we go. You know what we're doing here? We're gonna be buy merch. We're gonna take it to Seville. Glass beads are probably fairly risky, honestly, unless we're going to Africa. I mean, supposedly that's where you make the money. So even though they're a specialty, I'm just gonna pass on those. So now we need to move to the harbor in Seville. We have 13 sailing days to do that, which is weird because normally they give you like 2 hours of like real time or 3 hours of real time. But that'll complete our adventure request, and then we'll be able to do some exploration down there too with our bedrolls. We may also have to do a quest down there as well. Or what I could do is I could do the Bella Luca event, which is a trade event, but it's also basically a license to print our own money. Okay, so I've got two, three, four, five, six adventure, one, two battle, one, two, three trade, I think. Yeah. The reason I'm doing that is because we're getting ready to pick up another mate. So we've gone from level 32 to level 40 today. Now this might take a while here, what we're getting ready to do, because I'm going to try to figure out how I want to pursue this. Again, she's got a very dark backstory, but what draws me to her is some of these like jewelry trade specialties and metal trades. But I need to make sure that I have. Okay, so I can't quite get her just yet. I could if I wanted to, because I have enough probably wherewithal to upgrade my uh, seaworthiness. I have her on the Olivasis character. She's got spice and perfume, and that's why I took her. Well, that's probably what I should be looking at. The event. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. Sorry that it's taking so long. I'm just trying to make sure that I do what's right. Oh, art dealer. If I need, that's what I should do. I should look for trade mates that are possibly art dealers. I wish you could like go through here and like arrow through them. Okay, so he's a sundries merchant. Negotiator. Bad, bad man too. The Borgias and who is the other family? The Medicis are like bad, bad people. Steve Bonnet. This is funny. Okay, so he's a pirate, but so he's a pirate, but they've got him listed as a livestock trader. A lot of food traders. Well, that would make sense. I mean, food traders and liquor merchants. I mean, we are talking about employees in the end. I do. I normally don't like to hire male mates, but I mean, I do like cats. So I mean, he's. I don't know. He might be somebody of interest to me. He does deal in perfume and spice. Who was the other perfume trader? Wasn't there another woman up here that dealt in perfume and spice? Wasn't there a woman up here that dealt in perfume and spice? Okay, it was her. Okay. Perfume purchase of one, spice of one, fame gain 0.1%. Or honestly, probably this guy, because he not only improves your spice purchase quantity, but gives you a spice surcharge of 0.2%, which isn't a lot. And then the other one gives you a fame boost of 0.1% when reporting discovery. So overall, he gives like the higher, if you were to add those numbers together, he gives a higher, 1 plus 1 plus 0.01, that's 2.1 index. And Catman down here gives you, let's see here, effect. Let's read the backstories though. So he's a smuggler. I don't know if I like that though. Sorry, kitty. I'll have to think about that for a bit. I think I do like this one. Okay, nature, aesthetics, scouting, supply. Okay, 178, 130, 156, 192. Like, is she gonna be a better adventure mate than this character down here? So, of all three categories, he has 1747 total in points. It's funny though because she's got like all this food behind her, so you think that she's like a food trader, but no, she's a perfume trader. That might be lemongrass actually. But bananas, you know, that would be luxury. So the other guy was 1757. We'll do her calculation here. Now I'm just calculating all these numbers here in the column. So, okay, so she's 1756. Uh, I do have her an Olivasis. And let's go ahead and get her. I will say on this one, the game developers did go a little bit far in terms of, you know, fan service, if you would. That's the only thing I don't really care about her, but if you go look at her, uh, mates, if you go look at her here, she's tastefully dressed. I honestly don't like the fact that they went so crazy with the fan service on her. Especially because the game is, you know, game is targeted for players as young as 12. So they went a little overboard with that. I might actually just lock her in there. There we go. Alright, after we've done all that, we now need to go to the Union and see if there are any quests. There are. Yikes. There's a bunch of... Here's what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is go in here into the Union, and we're going to do that trade event. And name in the ledger. This is like the weirdest event because of all this. Like, she actually like teleports you to, various places. Okay, so a purchase perfume from Port Said. And she's wanting us to kind of keep it light, so let's... Actually, we'll do that. Actually, no, she said keep it light. I don't want to have anything happen to where we have to, like, sail around a bit. So I am just going to follow her instructions. And while we're doing that, oh, what am I trying to do here? Oh, mates. Let's see if we can't get the new girl. There we go. Nope. So we'll move to the harbor in Port Said. Oh, yeah, we're going to start blowing through levels here. I forgot about this. This quest is just wild. Alright, ship. Let's see here. Also, request mate is the one that follows you. Okay. We're going to just go ahead and pick everything else up, I think. Because I think we should have free ride over the canal. No, 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 no. Let's try this again. Alright, 40 million to the bank. Oh, momentum. Okay, 7 out of 20. Okay, so let's go fix that. Ah. Sorry about that. Somehow we got booted out. Let's try that again. Fortunately, it didn't like make us like log all the way back out and back in. Alright, now, let's try that again. Tool. Oh, did it go away? Hold on, let me see here. I don't remember getting Odysseus. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, parts. Let's go through here and build up parts. There we go. Auto equip. So on this Timmy Fayette, let's see here. Let's put him. Okay, he's a C as well. Okay, I'll pop Timmy Fayette over here somewhere. I think that's his last name. Oh, there's a Timmy Fayette. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking this guy. But there we go. Perfect. Now let's go recruit our sailors. We're gonna go men. There we go. And we're actually gonna promote you. There we go. Effect. Let's see here. I don't really deal in weapons, so I'll probably just hold off on that. Perfect. Please be a union here and shoot. Good. Okay. Ah, crap. So now we gotta sell all this merchandise here. And we gotta waste one of our tickets. Good. Port Said has a union. Yeah, I didn't have this much trouble with this quest with Ali, so I don't know why I'm having so much trouble right now with this quest. And I'm gonna have to go over to Alexandria to pick up more perfume. Hold on, Port Said. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just reset it with diamonds. Although it would have been quicker to go, you know. Well, not quicker, but there we go. Yeah, I think I'll do that, man. So she's apparently not the nicest person to her subordinates. This is a great way to level up your character too, really quickly. They all happen to be Dutch guys, I believe, too. Oh, cool, get both. Of course I'm gonna get Spice Surcharge. And then buy more medicine. There we go. Good. Lord. Now, let's see what I want to do here. Back, oh no, no, to the Union. So there's nothing really here to buy. So, no specialties. So I think we'll just move on over to Mali. Mali, I should say. Malay. I'm just looking to see everything here. Okay, so I reset there. I don't remember what I used those for, but oh well. I think I got like 100 million from the quest. I can't remember. Where did I get that 100 mil? That's what I'm trying to figure out, so bear with me. Because I'm trying to figure out if that's bank money or if that is... I think it was from here. Hold on. Let me see here. 40 million. Yeah, put that in. So let's take a peek at our fleet here. $389. I mean, did you see how fast we just blew up with our, you know, fleet? 49 ice breaking. Our momentum went way down though. Seaworthiness went way up. So adventure is 26. So adventure is now level what 655, 26 and 25. Okay. Um, and now let's move to the heart. Actually, I'm feeling kind of frisky. Let's explore here. If we have the right bedrolls, which I doubt we do, but let's see here. Apparently we do. So we'll do a training here. I might also go ahead and dispatch a second fleet now. Because I got like way too many ships right now to have like just one fleet. I know yesterday I said something about, you know, getting the quest rewards, keeping the quest rewards from this quest, uh, in my on-hand account and not in the bank. I think I've changed my mind because, again, this is only a limited time event. So, I probably will go ahead and put that 100 million that we got in the bank. Plus, it'll be a less exposure if somehow we lose a battle. And that's the problem that we're going to run into. So here's what I think we're going to have to start doing. I think what we're going to have to do is go like midpoint. Now, we're going to be cornering the market on perfume here. Perfume, gemstones, spices, and precious metals are like my favorite items to trade because they generate a lot of money. I mean, look at that. Let's see here. So let's go to the bank here, shall we? Actually, let's recruit our crew first. No, we'll go to the bank. We'll have enough money to recruit. There we go. We got like 300 million in the bank. Oh, did it not go through? No, it did not go through. Anything we get from profit, trade profit, we will go ahead and do that. Keep that, I mean. There we go. Now, let's go to the harbor. Again, there's no specialties or anything here. Okay. Let me see here. That should be good. I mean, it's only going to give us like 18 days of sailing, but that should be enough to help us not, necessarily get our heads handed to us in battle. And I want to see if that actually improved our. It did improve slightly, I think, our combat power, but not much. And I guess those days of like exploring actually counted for days at sea. So we'll be able to move to the next chronicle pretty soon. Oh, I forgot this in my second fleet out. Part of me thinks maybe I should just fill out this first fleet. Let me see here. But I would like to get my sea mates out. Maybe send them on their own. But Maurice stays with us because he's part of our story. So Molly is, I want to say, in the Maldives. And I think our fleet speed has come down a bit. I mean, we're still on the max speed, but it does feel like it's come down a bit. Momentum's come down. Icebreaking has come up. You know, I want to really try to have a balanced fleet. But it seems like that with some of these, you know, like with momentum and seaworthiness and icebreaking, sometimes you have to, like, swap parts in and out. So we'll get another Endeavor too. I mean, not an Endeavor, but another one of these guys, another Starlight Gala. That's what I said. I mean, we could start sending our sea mates, maybe even Maurice, over to the. Yeah, I know he's part of our story, but he'll still level up and everything uh, in the second fleet. And I might just have to do that. Just send those ships over. Not put parts on them or anything. And I might also want to stop by Calicut and pick up a title there just by visiting. That will give us, I believe, an extra 2 in seaworthiness. We can push us over 170 seaworthiness. Which means that we could probably go to, I would say, like 85 to 90% of the world. But there's still some parts of the world that would be off limits to us. Not yet. That will wait until we get some more money. Well, we're finding treasure chests out here in the Indian Ocean. We found 13 gems just out here. This is another good way to make money. Once we get 3 art dealers, and you have to have a minimum of 3 art dealers to participate. But once you do that, you're printing money. You're basically spending 50,000 ducats to get like millions, like at least 20 million ducats each time. So we are in Mali. What's funny is we're discovering like places like in the Southeast Asia and stuff before we're finding like lots of places in here. All right, let's take a peek here. And what am I trying to do here? Ship. Cabins. If you are a sea mate, you are leaving our fleet. Not because I'm dismissing you. Oh, no, 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 no. I have plans for you. Basically, you guys are being promoted. Okay, let's see here. Let's take you. We're going to actually throw you over. Let's see here. Now I gotta see where Maurice is. Maurice, okay. I'll take that one out. Now what we'll do is we will go into fleet. So I weakened fleet 1, and I did that on purpose, actually. Oh, I gotta go unlock the fleet. That's right. Hello. Ah, that empty. So I'll have him go into the supply manager. No, accounting room. I don't know though if they really do accounting. Let's see here. Load capacity. Okay, I'll put an 8 in there. Perfect. I'll put an 8 in there as well. Perfect. So I've got 2 C's. Basically, I've got like ships with 1 B or 2 C's in my second fleet. We're gonna dispatch these guys. Nope, cancel. We've got to make sure all my mates are working. Nope, nobody's idle. All right, perfect. So we're gonna actually do this. We're going to dispatch fleet number 2. Now it's going to be interesting to see what we do. All right, let's see here. These fleets do take a while to like really level up, though. I could already start. Well, 100% success rate. Yeah. Although these guys aren't exactly battle oriented. That would give us like money. Honestly, I think I would go with this one down here. Oh, that one. Okay. So I could do 18 here. I could do 20 here. I'd probably do that one because it's a little bit higher and it's 100% success rate. I would get also some ducats, but here's the thing. I would get bees right here, which would help with my collection. So we'll have them do that. And then let's see here. So then I need to find mates to go in here because that will give like that'll improve my cargo by like 20. See, I never paid attention to all of this. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, it probably is time for us to really start amping up the mate hiring. Wumpati, welcome aboard. Not Wumpati, Whoopmati. Welcome aboard. There we go. Now I gotta look at these guys to see if I've got an art dealer in here. Nope. Nope, he's a hunter. He's adventurer. I am looking at them too because, some of them have, like the geography requirement. But I think we are good here. Where do they put Madi at, though? I want to make sure I like where they've got her seated. Hold on, what is... Madi is a counselor. So does it matter where she goes? Okay, so I need a trade mate in here. You. I'm gonna switch you. No, I'm gonna empty your cabin. There we go. And I'm going to have you go in here. Okay, but why am I not getting the extra load capacity? Oh, I see it's there. Okay. What is nice though is I don't have to maintain that second fleet. All I have to do is review them every so often. And if I get more like sea level aids, just throw them there. Keep my better mates, for my flagship. Again, like if I need to get a certain number of like a profession, it's just are they on my roster? They don't even have to be in a fleet. They can be on standby. And I believe I get battle experience too from them. I'm not real sure. Like they're out doing battle. I think I might get battle experience. And I'm not putting any ship parts on them because in case we have to swap out parts to reconfigure, you know, that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, your seaworthiness is pretty good because it's already established by your ships, but it's the momentum and the ice breaking that can sometimes conflict with each other, and sometimes you need to take parts off, put parts on, and it can be a bit of a pain to do so. And yes, I know I'm down a ship, but we're about to fix that here in a bit. And I don't even have with my Ali character that I'm doing on my phone. I don't even have uh, a dispatch fleet. And I'm actually done with the Ali Chronicle, so I've got that Sinyun, whatever his name is, playing as my admiral now, and I'm focusing on battle on that one. But yeah, he's almost to like 600,000 battle power. I mean, we're close to 350. I mean, we were up to like 380, but remember we took out that one ship, pruning. We reduced ourselves, and then let's see here. That is the Golden Endeavor. And we'll just add the golden ship to this current fleet. Eventually, when we get a higher ship, we'll replace a lowest level ship and throw that into the dispatch fleet. We'll also have some pretty good mapping probably from Mercator as well. Next time we go back to Amsterdam. I should remember on the way back to go to Calicut to get the extra 2 points in, or the extra, yeah, 2 points in seaworthiness. I'll also try to remember to invest while we're in Jakarta because there's an event right now, a shipbuilding event there. not a shipbuilding event, but it's a type of ship that you can only get like in Jakarta, and it's a level 27 ship. Yeah. See, it's helping us having those jewel traders in our fleet. Now, what I need to do is I need to go back to the Union. Actually, I need to come to the inn. So yeah, after I think this is the end of the event, so after this, I will probably go off camera to go to Calicut, discover Kozhikode as it's called in the game, Kozhikode, and then head on over to Lisbon to continue our event, with the fireworks display that they were talking about. Again, that way you don't have to see all that sailing, and there shouldn't be much that happens in the interim. forgot to invest in Jakarta. But I think we have to go back there anyway, so that's fine. And I don't have to invest like money. I just invest what the game's, you know, granted me. Yeah, so the game, what the game's idea of going like midway, I expected it to like go midway between each average, but no, the game like spread it out over all, the different ships. Plus, that was probably also because I also sent ships over to the dispatch fleet. So we have just under 500 units of cargo available. So basically, Aunt's just like, what's going on? And she's like, relax, relax. That's just the way things are done around here. They don't let just any rando in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna gift here, and that's gonna take us all the way up. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to barter. Oh man, we're just short. Man, that's cold. We were just short with textile. There we go. So she is probably going to. Okay, so 2, 3. Okay, Hans, you're getting booted from number 4. No, yeah, this event is really nice because I mean it's gonna take us up from level 32 to probably like level 47, 48 in one day. Meaning after basically 2 days of gameplay, we're right at level 48. And look at how much of the map we've gotten. We're probably up, I would guess, probably up to like 5, 10% of the map now. So we're gonna have that to deal with when we go back to see Ernst. It's gonna be interesting to see how much trade fame we get off this. More importantly, how much money we get off this. Whoa. 67,000,000 ducats. We're gonna get. We aren't gonna get any trade fame off of it, just trade points. Funny. Alright, so so we'll have Hans come back over here with us. There we go. And then we'll go to the fleet and reorder everybody. We'll take you, and okay, we'll take you, put you here. And then we'll take you and put you here. There we go. Okay, no, I didn't. Hold on, let's try that again. There we go. Perfect. Now, what we'll do is, okay. So we'll pop another 60 into the bank. So we're done with the Bella event. So 60 million, we go to the Royal Bank of Indonesia. What I might want to do, actually, is since I'm already over here, I might want to do some more bartering with that village. That's what I was looking for. Okay, perfect. So I think that that's what I'm going to do is actually go to, let's see here, go back to Mali, go to, you know, this place, and then Kolkata, and maybe do that one more time, get some more money. It doesn't give us any trade fame, but this is what matters here, the money. So until next time, this is Sim Gaming Tiger, wishing you fair winds, following seas. May God bless you. And next time I see you, we'll be in Lisbon, but I'll do some things off camera so you don't have to sit